Let me start by introducing the presenters for today's webinar. Hi everyone, my name is Michael Tishner. I'm a marketing specialist here at Diamond Mind. And with me today is Jessica Wallace, our product manager. Jessica has been working very hard to bring you these enhancements, and she's excited to walk you through them today. And with that, I'll let Jessica take it away.
Great. Thanks, Michael. And hi, everyone. As Michael did mention, I'm very excited to show you all the new features of TuitionPay. We've taken the recurring capabilities that the tuition portal had before and built it into a more robust offering so TuitionPay can give you at the school the power to manage your tuition payment plans in-house. You'll have the control of what the plans offer with a lot of configuration flexibility for each plan. Then your parents will be able to quickly and easily sign themselves up for an automatic credit card or ACH payment plan. You'll be able to manage these plans through our automatic notifications and the admin panel's new easier-to-use layout. So let's go ahead and take a look at these new features. But before we do, if you're an existing TuitionPay user, we are offering to enable payment plans to all attendees of this webinar at no cost. Michael will give more details on how that works later, so let's go ahead and go through the demo. So I've logged in to our Wonderful Day School, which is our demo site here at Diamond Mind. I'm going to run through the Diamond Mind Direct version of the tuition portal, and we're going to go through what your parents will see first. While I am going through the Diamond Mind Direct version, the payment plans will work the same way, regardless of how your tuition portal is set up with Diamond Mind. So as you can see, this introduction page is still the same. If you decide to enable payment plans and you need us to update any of the language, we're happy to do that for you. When I click on Start, now we're going to see a new payment schedule selection here at the top. The payment plan will be chosen on a one-to-one relationship to each student. And here for Wonderful Day School, we have 4 different plans set up in addition to the one-time payment. I'm going to show you in a little bit in the admin panel how you'll be able to set those up yourself. But for now, let's pretend that I'm signing up for a 10 monthly payment. It's going to tell me that these will be 10 installment plan payments every 1 month. And then I've configured this plan at the school to allow the person to enter the total amount, but have the payment date preset. So I'm going to pay $1,000 today. Oops. There we go. So as I mentioned, the payment date is preset. For the schools that were using our recurring capabilities, we received a lot of feedback that they wanted all of their payments to go through on a specific day. It helps in making it so that it's easier for you all to manage the payment plans. And so that was a really important feature for us to add in. You can either configure the day or you can set it so that the parent can choose the day. And they now can choose a day that's in the future so that if they don't want a payment to go through on Thursday, they can have the payment go through next Wednesday. Go ahead and enter in my student information. I'm going to pretend Sheldon's my student today. Our billing information is the same as it was before. I'll make Michael Sheldon's parent. So I'm just going to fly through this. And our payment information is also set up the same way as it was before. Again, someone can set up payment plans for any of the payment options, credit, debit, or ACH. And regardless of if you are doing a service fee, convenience fee, or a discount for cash, we can set up this plan. Our confirmation page does have a few changes here. On the review tuition transactions section, we've tried to make it a little more concise with where the amount is listed, but we've also listed out every single plan payment that the parent will make, and we've listed out the tuition and the fee separately so that they have a really clear picture of each payment and when those payments are going to go through. Your refund policies are still here at the bottom. And again, if you need us to edit anything to address the payment plans, we're happy to add that text in when we enable payment plans for you. So I'm going to go ahead and complete my payment. And it's just going to tell me that my transaction was successful and when my next payment will go through. There we go. So now I'm going to jump into the admin panel to show you how you can manage your plan participants and how you can set up your plans. Just a reminder, if you do have any questions about anything I'm showing you, please feel free to enter those questions in the chat section, and then we'll have some time at the end where Michael will ask those questions. So you can see, and I'm sure many of you have noticed this, for all TuitionPay users, regardless of if you're using the payment plans, we've given a new look and feel to the admin panel. What we've done is we believe we've made it a little bit cleaner and easier to use, and we've made it so that the action items will be called out more clearly. So I'm going to go to Payment Plan Setup. This is where you'll set up your payment plans that your parents would choose when they're going through their process, like we just did. And let's create a new plan. Let's create a 9-month plan, how about? So the title that I enter here is what's going to show up in that drop-down. I'm then going to specify the number of payments, and I'm going to set this up to recur every 1 month. So we have it preset that your payment date is fixed, but if I wanted to allow the user to choose a date, I could also make it editable. I'm going to go ahead and make it fixed and set it to the 15th. You can also make your amount pre-filled. So let's say that you only have about 5 different payment plans that you offer, and your parents are always paying a set amount. You don't have a lot of variations from student to student on how much their tuition is. You could go ahead and set these payment plans with the amount already input, and that way you don't have to worry about a parent setting up for a plan with the wrong amount in it. I'm going to leave mine as editable. And then I want my payer to input the installment amount instead of the total amount. So you can choose that for each plan as well. So I'll go ahead and create that, and then we'll see that that plan was automatically added to our list of plans. If we click on the pencil, we can edit each plan. Same options there. And then if I wanted to, I could also delete the recurring plan I just created, or any of them. And when you delete a plan, it is going to delete it from any but new users being able to select that plan when they sign up for their automatic payments, but it will not affect anyone that's already set up on that plan. They're good to go. So let's go ahead and look at those plan participants. So first we have this universal search that will search by the payer name, the plan name. We've also listed out information that we think is mainly the information you would need if you're just trying to check on the status of someone's payment plan. So we can see down here at the bottom that Brian LeBright's plans are completed. 10 out of 10 payments have gone through, and his whole total tuition amount. We can also see the plan that I just set up for Michael. If I want to view more details, I'm going to go ahead and click on this magnifying glass so I can see the full details for Michael's plan. At this point, we've broken it up into 3 sections. With the activity, you'll be able to edit the status. Say if you have someone that has a payment that's declined, you'd receive a notification letting you know that, and then you could come in here and change their information and change the status back to active, because it would be changed to suspended at that point. There will also be history down here in the payments, and it will also collect history of any changes that you make so that you can remember if you come back exactly how the plan's changed. Especially if you have more than one user in here, it'll help each person know what the other's done. If we wanted to, we could also edit the payment plan. Maybe Michael called up and said, I know that you all have your payment date on the 1st of the month, but it'd be a little bit more convenient for me if I could have my payments go through on the 5th. Is that okay? You at the school will have the control to make that decision if you want to allow Michael to change her payment date, and then you can change it here without affecting any of the other people that are signed up for the 10 monthly payments. You can also change the number of installments that are left, the frequency, the amount, and you can choose to either edit the total amount or the installment amount. So I'll go ahead and save that. And now we'll see that the payment date's the 5th of the month and that the next payment is on the 5th. A new option that we did not have available before was that you can update payment plan participants' billing information. So if someone is not receiving the emails because they mistyped their email address, you would have the ability to come in here and change that email address for them and save that. I won't do that today. I'm going to go back, and I'm also going to show you a plan that has some history in there. So we'll go to Brian's plan. Over here on the right hand, you can see that each transaction that's gone through, we have it listed out with the date, and if it was a success or if it failed. And then we can click on the ID to see the full details, the full receipt that the payer would have received. And then even if you needed to resend them a copy of that, you could. So now I want to show you how you can look at this in your payment report. As I'm sure many of you noticed, the payment report now has a universal search as well. We were missing this filter by date, but we've added that back in. And then we've also added in the ability to filter your payments that have gone through by if they were a one-time payment or if it was a recurring payment. So those are the payment plans. So I filtered mine out. We can see that most of them are by the LeBright. And then on the right-hand side here, we can still view the payment details of that one transaction, just like what we did when we clicked on the link from the ID earlier, or we can view the recurring plan details. So if I click on this here, that's going to take us just back to the page we were on before, where it shows us all the details of the plan. And that really is everything that you need to know for the payment plans. We've gone over how to set up plans, how to manage your participants, and how the payment plans affect your normal payment reports. So with that, Michael, do we have any questions?
Yes, thank you, Jessica. That was great. Okay, we do have a few questions. First one is, we are already a recurring payments customer. How will these changes affect the payment plans already in place?
Great, that's a great question. So if you're already using the recurring capability of the tuition portal, you now automatically have TuitionPay's plans. It's an enhancement on that existing functionality. So all the things we've gone over today is already available in your instance of TuitionPay, and any plan that was already set up will not be affected with anything. You'd be able to look at them just like I'm looking at Brian here. And now you'll be able to add and edit your own plans that Diamond Mine previously had set up for you.
Great. Next question, will payments automatically post to student account?
That's a great question. So the payments are automatically going to happen here within the tuition portal itself, but they are not going to automatically post to whatever student information or accounting system that you have. So let's say you're working with Blackbaud. We still do have the integration with Omatic where you can very easily download your settlements and deposits and then import those into Blackbaud, as well as with any of the SIS, the student information systems, you'll be able to download and export either their transaction information or the settlement information and import that into your accounting system.
Great. Next question, does this use our current Diamond Mine Pay Now credit card payment portal?
So this does work with your existing tuition portal. With this release and some other enhancements we've done, the name of the tuition portal has changed to TuitionPay, so that is why I keep calling it TuitionPay. And so we are offering, as I mentioned before, to just turn on this functionality for any existing user of TuitionPay. And Michael's going to give you a little bit more information on how to do that in just a minute. But yeah, it uses the existing tuition portal that you have.
Okay. Can automatic payments be set up by parents?
Yes, absolutely. Any of the payment plans that are set up for a participant are going to be set up by them. So it's going to be that process that I went through at the beginning of the demo. And once they set that up once, all their payments will automatically happen per the plan they signed up for.
Great. Another question, if you make the date editable, does it open up the entire month? For example, if the school needs all their payments in by the 25th, can they block off those last few days of the month?
That's a really great feature enhancement idea. Currently, they have up to 8 months in the future to choose the date for when their first payment will go through. But I really like that idea, and we'll definitely consider that for future enhancements.
Okay, and we have time for one more question. Can the payment report display the student name in addition to the payer name?
I'm guessing that that person means here on the plan participants, and that does make a lot of sense as well. We don't have that now, but I think we have room to add that in. So again, great enhancement idea. We'll definitely consider that for future releases. Actually, while I'm on the topic of that, I will say that we are planning on adding new enhancements to make the plans as well as tuition payments overall for your school easier. We want to also make, I know a lot of schools are using this for incidental payments as well, and so we want to make those two things happen easier. And so you're going to see a lot more enhancements coming out for the tuition portal as you have probably with our other products.
Terrific. Thank you, Jessica. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I want to thank everyone for joining us. If you do have any questions, I know I see a couple more in here that we didn't get a chance to get to, feel free to reach out to us. As Jessica mentioned before, you can add the payment plan feature to your portal at no cost. All you need to do is fill out a short form, and our client services team will set that up for you. They'll notify you once you're all set up and good to go. We'll be sending you a follow-up email shortly with the recording of today's presentation, so feel free to share that with your colleagues, and as well as a link to the form, so keep an eye out for that. In addition, if you're interested in learning more about managing tuition in-house, check out our newest case study on the topic at www.diamondmindinc.com/inhouse tuition. Thanks again, everyone, and have a great day.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.